Hi! I just realized that I needed to push the go live button. So you guys may not have seen what I've did. So just to make sure, if anyone could tell me that I'm live now, that would be easier. And I'm gonna explain what I did. Once again, I honestly don't know what they did with the OBS update, and we basically need to thank you, Jeff. So as I said, I really don't know what they did with the OBS update, and now we need to press go live and start and everything, but that doesn't make any sense. So let me just explain what I did. So first of all, I'm gonna be installing the shuttle. To do so, I removed that part. That part is supposed to be here. And so I removed both the screws, removed the parts, and also removed the nuts holding the belts. So now that I know I'm live, what I'm gonna do is install the first side for the belts, and then we're gonna use the belt helper if I understand how it's supposed to work. But should be straightforward. Okay, so let's install these. Should be way easier. Is there no, there is no orientation for this, so just put the screw. And when the screw is inside, we are going to check the same length. So obviously we want both the belts to have the same length, so we just need to count the teeth. So oh shit, it's not clear, but okay. So let me try to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, should be good, and we can tighten everything here. So that's one side. That's the easy one. Okay. So if I understand correctly, this needs to be set like this. So you're gonna remove screws, put this like this, and then put the screw back on. Okay, how am I supposed to check if it's the same length? Like this. Now it's the same length. Is it? Yes. There. So I got one side correctly installed. Okay. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use the screws that are supposed to hold the carriage, the shuttle to the carriage, and we're gonna move from there. Okay. Before I even pressed start, I was showing this. This is the website that the DraftShift team pushed and published. There is everything you need to build a Stealthchanger. And when I said everything, that means everything. Recommendation, also the power requirement, detailed tool boards, and everything, but mostly guides, build guides. So I'm gonna use this one to build, to assemble the shuttle. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that's the way it's supposed to go. Let's use these two also. So I'm gonna attach the other side. If things are correct, I should be able to. Okay. And okay. So that's attached. Not correctly, but will do. No, it won't do the job. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the belt helper. I'm too lazy to use something I don't know. Okay, so let's move to the printer itself. There we go. If I'm correct, we should be using M3 by 4 to hold the shuttle on the carriage. Yeah, M3 by 4. So I'm gonna check where are the screws. M3, let's try this. So M3 by 4, I said. Okay, M3 by 4. Why don't I have M3 by 4? Okay, so I'm gonna try one and see if the M3 by 6 works, because that's what I have. We'll see. I think the M3 by 6 should be working. Let's see this. Let's try that. Okay. So, 1. So M3 by 6 is gonna do the trick. So that's what we're gonna use. Let's move all of this somewhere else. I don't know if there is any of you that do have access to the draft shift documentation, but maybe that should be changed because the LDO kit doesn't come with M3 by 4, just come with by 6. I'm just gonna double check, but I don't think it comes with M3 by 4. Yeah, it doesn't. It comes with M3 by 6. And it works, so why change that? What did I do with the M3 by 6? I have no idea. We'll find it later. So I'm just gonna attach 2 screws. Yeah, should be good. Thanks, perfect, Jeff. But as long as the M3 by 6 works, that's gonna be okay. So I'm just gonna prepare the 2 other screws that I'm gonna need. And we are going to run the belts like any other belts. Let's try to get the voron manual. voron 2.4 manual, and I need the belt path. Belt path, belt path. Where is it? Where is the belt path? Should be around here. Okay. So before I install the belts, we will quickly check the squaring and tighten everything that needs to be tightened. So I'm gonna need 2 of these. Yes. So let's move that front and back. And now we can tighten everything. And the last one. Okay. There we go. That's okay. That's good. We double check everything. Here also. Okay. Okay, so everything's tightened like it should be. Perfect. And there we go. We'll be able to move with the belts. So the top belt, can I do this other way? No, there is no way I can put this on the table. Okay. So the top one, yes, that's the top one. Okay, let's do this. Once the sorry, when the first one is done, we will be able to cut it a bit and cut the second one before we even move it. Okay. So that's gonna go this way. There, one part. Yeah, it's gonna be way easier with the second one when it's to the perfect length. Let's do this. So let's try to do that correctly. There. There we go. Let's move all the belts like so. That's perfect. And then like so. It should run like this. And now is the fun part, because using those idlers is way, way, way easier to install. Just remove the front, pull the belt, so my belt is way, way, way too long, but that's okay. There. And I was saying it's way easier with this because you can basically remove, run the belt in, and then it's done. There, belt is run. There, that's easy. And finally, the last turn on this one. Yeah, and there we go. So I will be able to cut a long part of the belt. Okay, so let's cut somewhere around here. And that's what we're gonna remove from the other one before I even run it. There. Just need to check which one was the longest one. Okay, so the one already cut is the longest one, sorry. There, that's not gonna be used anymore. And now we can run the second one. So the exact same thing. There. And this time I'm gonna make sure it goes in place. Why am I having trouble with this one? Okay. And obviously, yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. So just make sure that you check the orientation of the idler before running the belt. Let's do this once again. Okay, so this time it should go this way. Yes. That's better. There we go. Yep, that's better. Let's run this one too. And we should be good with this. Okay, we are good with this. Let's finish things. Okay, and that's going there. Why am I having trouble with this one? The belt doesn't want to go in place. Let's try to bend it a bit. Yes. Okay, that's better. Replace this one. And there we are. So now all I need to do is make sure that both belts are in place and the same length and should be good. Okay, that's gonna be the tricky part. So let's take this back, take these two, and we are going to remove that. So now is going to be the funny part. Running the belts. And 1, the second one. And I'm gonna need to install the nut. Okay, now it's time to tighten everything, and that's not going to be easy, but I'm sure we can make it. So, bottom one is tight. That's okay. Let's try to tighten everything. Okay, so I now understand why the belt helper is supposed to do something. Because that's a pain. Okay, let's cut some more. I'm gonna cut some more, and it's gonna be easier to check. So I removed a few teeth on one belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I removed 15 teeth on the bottom one. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's remove this. We're gonna check it's the same thing that I removed. Yes, so that's okay. And now all we need to do is make sure that we have the same number of teeth on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. Okay, that's better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Let's tighten everything. That's not correct. There is a problem somewhere. Why? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna move this so I have way more light. It's gonna be easier for me. Okay. Can I do this? No. Why? Why is it not working? Okay, so that's not working. Why? Let's try this. Yes. Okay. So I'm trying to count the number of teeth, but that's not going to be easy. Okay. So There, I should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now let's tighten everything here. So I have the exact same number of teeth on each side. Now I'm going to install the carriage correctly and we'll be able to tighten everything. There we go. And hopefully I'm able to tighten everything with the fronted lures. There. Okay. And now it's time for me to check that everything's in place. That's okay. Let's try to move that. Okay, so that's in place, that's in place, that's in place too. Okay, let's move everything in the middle. So everything's in the correct place. All I have to do is tighten everything. To do so, I'm gonna use this. Because right now I am at 0.5 and I should be at 1.8, 1.9. So I'm gonna tighten everything here. Yep. Okay. Let's do the other side. And now let's check everything. That's a bit too much, but is it really too much? .1, that's gonna be okay, and 2.1, that's gonna be the exact same belt tension. Let's check if there is any play. Yes, there is a bit. Let's tighten this one a bit more. No more play. Hi, Panda. Okay, so belts are in place. And the shuttle is in place. Okay, so that's one thing. What I'm gonna do now is put back the part that I removed earlier. There we go. Should be this way. And both the screws for it. That's one. And that's the second one. Yep. There. One screw. And the second one. While I'm here, that doesn't look to be correctly installed. Let's try to put it correct. Okay. Why is that not correctly installed? Now it should be good. No, it's not. Okay. So everything is correctly installed. We are going to check if everything is still in place as it should be. Yes. Everything is in place. Perfect. Okay. Let's move to the door buffer and the crossbar. Yep. So the door buffer. Last week, to gain some time, we installed T-nuts. Now we have to make sure that, wait, I forgot to remove the little bumpers. Okay, that's 2 bumpers less. Okay, so I installed everything, all the T-nuts in place. Now we are going to install the plastic parts. So as I was saying earlier, we are now going to go to the door buffer part because it's done pretty much really well. So door buffer, build guide, and yeah, LDO version. We are using the clicky door parts, but the screws should be the same. So M3 by 8. We are going to take the screws. So M3 by 8, that should be the biggest bag. And let's try one. Is it the exact same one? Or should I use something else? I'm not sure that the M3 by 8 are the correct length, but yeah, it will do the job. Okay, so M3 by 8 is gonna do the job. So now is time to check every part in the correct orientation. We are going to use these. Okay, So let's try to do that again. So this is going to be the right. This one's going to be the left. This one's going to be the right. These two are going top or bottom. We'll see. And left, I should have one of these. Yes, this is going to be the left. I'm looking for this one. Yeah, that's going to be top left corner. So this is going to be correct. That's going to be this way. And that's going to be this way. Is it? I have a doubt on something. Yeah, I need to double check. That's 46. That's 46. So 46 is going to be the bottom one. Yeah. And that's going to be here. We'll see if I'm correct, but I should be good. I should be good. Okay. Let's install this. So I'm going to start with these because it's going to be easier to install. So let's take number 3 and number 4. Is it? Why do I have that many? I should have 6. Why do I have more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do I have 7 on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do I have 7? Oh, yes. I have 7 because there is 1 for the crossbar. Okay. So I'm going to use the number 3, and number 5. Number 3. Okay. And the number 5 here. Okay. Let's install. I'm not going to tighten anything. Hi. Right unit. So let's install this one. So I said number 3. And number 5. Yes, that's in place. And I can move freely. Okay, let's install this one now. Like this. It should be easier using T-nuts, but I'm always having trouble with T-nuts, so I'm not going to use these because I don't know why, but the T-nuts never want to shift in the correct position with me. So I'm just going to use regular T-nuts and should be good. Okay. And now all I have to do is move this one in place. And there we go. There. Okay, let's make sure that it's perfectly aligned. I know I have something to check that. There. Easier. J'ai compris. Right. Okay. So that's in place. That's in place. And that's in place also. Okay. Okay, so that's Titan, and that's Titan also. So now I can tighten this one too. There we go. That's one side. Okay, now let's move this T-nut in place. That's good. Let's move this one too. That T-nut is in place too, and this one. This one is in place too. Perfect. Let's do this. That's one. Let's put this one now. Okay, and the last one. Sorry, right units. Your beacon. I won't be using beacon. Je vais pas l'utiliser le beacon sur celui-là. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be using the beacon on the build. I'm just gonna stay with the tap. Why is it not working? I'm just gonna use tap on this build. Okay. I have a little, really little play here. Think that we are gonna be using that play to place the crossbar so that the docks are in place. Jeff, could you correct me on this? Because I'm having like 1, maybe 2 millimeters gap here, but I think that should be fine, and it's gonna be placed correctly with the crossbar and the docks. But I may be wrong on this. Let's move to this one. Split it. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. There. There. 1 millimeter on each side. So I was taking this one. This one's on the right corner. Okay. Let's move that to the correct position. Okay. These can move down. This one is going to be set now. That's the correct place. Okay. And finally, this one. There. That should be good. This is going here. And this one is going there. Okay. Almost did something stupid, and I almost installed the corner one before installing this, and I would have been in trouble. Yeah, I would. There, that's okay too. And now the last one. Okay, let's install this one. That's good. I could basically have printed the door buffer in 2 parts with my printers. Maybe should have. Okay, that's okay. And the last one. That's the last screw. And there we go. Let's make sure everything's perfectly in place. There. And should be good there. Okay, let's install this one. This is going to be for the crossbar. That's in place. 1 screw, 2 screws. That's going to be tightened at the end. And now this one. Yep, this one is going to be easier to install. Okay. That's one. That's two. That may be useful. That's okay. And the last 3 T-nuts. Now, okay. So this one. That's one in place. Then this one already in place, and the last one is in place. Okay. One, two, three. Let's put this in the correct place. There we go. What's going on? Is there any problem with this? Why? Okay, that's why. Where are my screws? Here. Okay, and the last one. Okay, let's make sure. That's in place. And that's in place too. Okay, let's move this one a bit. There, door buffer installed. Okay, so the door buffer is installed. Now we have to use the crossbar. To do so, I need the crossbar. So let's take the crossbar. Ah, that's funny, that's not the same blue. But that's the correct one, yep. So, let's move to installing the crossbar. To do so, we're gonna go in modular dock. No, that's not the dock. Door buffer. Okay. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Okay, let's move to this. Because I need to tell you that if you are going, like me, to use the clicky clack door, you are going to need to install a little parts. Okay. Solution there. That's it. So if you want to go with the clicky clack door, you're gonna need to print this part here that I first forgot to print, but I have it here. I have it here. So that's something that you're gonna need, this part. So this is gonna be going like this on each side. And that's gonna keep the crossbar in place. The only question I have is, what length am I gonna use? Is it M3x8 also, or no, it's not. So that's what I need to check. Thanks, Jeff. But I think it's already on the dock. But I need to check what screw I need to use in this. Because the crossbar is going with crossbar is going to build guide. Let me check. Let me check what screws are used for others. Nothing. Okay. So we are gonna try a few things, I think. Or maybe Jeff, do you know what size of screw am I supposed to use? Because I have no clue. Okay, maybe this. M3x20, that should, yeah, no, that's gonna be too long. No, let me show you. That using 20 is gonna be too long. I think it's gonna be 16, but let me try. Yeah, that's with 16. 20 is gonna be way too long. Even 16 may be too long, but yeah, 16 might be too long, but the thing is, 16 might be too long, but I don't have 14, and 12 is going to be too short. Do I have 12s here? Let me check what's in the bag here. Because they give a few screws. 20 is definitely too long. 16, I think it's going to be too long, but could work. Do they provide something? I have M3 by 12, 20. Yeah, I think they give 20, but that's not going to be okay. M3 by 30, no. 3, 8, no, that's not going to do. So that's not going to do. That's not going to do. That's not going to do. So they provide 12. Let's try 12, but I don't think it's going to be okay. Let's see this. Yeah, 12 is definitely too short. So that's going to be 16. Yep, 16 it is. Okay, let's use M3 by 16. Okay, let's put this back in place. I know, Jeff, but that's the reason I'm trying this, so that I can give you feedback on this. Okay, so that's gonna fit like this. Let's make sure the T-nuts align. Okay. Let's make sure that the T-nuts align. And push this in place. And now, time to check. But I think there are two ways to fix this. Either the first one is to modify the adapter, or just use M3 by 16. That seems to be good. Yeah, seems like it's okay. M3 by 16. Yep. And we have a crossbar. That is shifting. Hi, Stomix. Okay, let's move to ducks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install the first one that I already have, just to make sure that the crossbar is in the good place. I did something stupid. I think I did something stupid. Yeah, I did something stupid. Why? We'll see, Batharmix, because right now I think I have a problem with this one. We'll see. I think there is. I'm not sure. I printed the top for crossbar. Print it like this. I think I printed the wrong one. Let's check that. Because if I did print the wrong one, that's not going to be a problem for tonight, because I can print it while we build the other ones. But Let's check that. Okay, so Stealthchanger, drive shift. Let's go with modular dark. Somebody sent me something. Did you? No, that's not you. Okay, somebody else sent me something. So modular docs and heads. That's not what I want. STL. Frame 2020. Top crossbar. Yeah, I printed the wrong one. Yeah, I printed the wrong one. That's why. You have to get the Docker up first after installing the 2020 profile. Can be able to separate. I don't understand what you're saying, Bitarmix. You'd like me to install the doc first? Okay, you know what? Keep that in mind. I'm just gonna start the print for the correct top. Maybe I printed the right one there. No, that's not gonna be the right one. Yeah, I printed all the wrong ones. Let's eat the bed. So give me. We are going to take. No, it's not done, and I printed the wrong part. I printed the wrong part on the top here, but that's not going to be a problem. That's not going to be a problem because I can build all the docs now and just swap it after. Let's just take 5 minutes break so that I can start the print and we will resume with it. No, that's not going to be a problem, lol module. That's not going to be a problem because, I mean, we are going to build all the docs now, just going to swap this part when it's printed. But that's not going to be a problem. I mean, that's going to work. So let's take 5 so that I can start the print and get back really soon. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna make sure that I have it correctly set. Let's connect to the printer. G codes. Yes, I have it here. Okay. So that's gonna be fine. It's gonna eat up now. And that's not gonna be a problem because we are going to build the docs now. So for this, I need a few parts. So let me grab, first I'm gonna grab a seat. Yep, one seat. I'm gonna grab kits. That's what we're gonna use. And is there anything else? Yes, of course, we need the printed parts. So let me grab, that's stuck once again. I don't understand why this is not working. Okay, let's try this. Let's start it again. Let's restart. And do we have the video? Yes, we have the video. So that's what we're gonna use. And let me grab the printed parts. So we are gonna need these, all of these. There. Hello, AB Workshop. So let me grab all the parts. There are a lot of parts. Also, so that you know, that's not that's not a regular dock. I'm using one of Nemi's mod for this one too, to add front magnet to the end head. So I need a few more printed parts. 1, 2. There. That's gonna be needed too. That's also gonna be needed. Yep. I have a lot of parts. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm still missing one. Where is the last one? Here. Okay. I should be good. Yeah, let's try this. So I have all the printed parts. Yeah. So the mod I'm using for this one is, I think I gave the link on the video description. Let me check. YouTube. Let me check. I think I did. I think I did give the link to this. Live. Yes. So this is the link. let me, yeah. So this is the mod I'm using. That's really, really good. But once again, pretty much all the mods I'm gonna be using are from Nemi, and everything is awesome. Okay, so once again, we are going to check the assembly for the modular dock. So that's base Jabberwocky, no. Modular dock assembly. Modular dock assembly should be this one. Okay, no. First, we are going to check the end head base. Should be this one. Yep, it's this one. So, am I using the, no, okay. Yeah, that's the correct one. And I'm not using these inserts. That's gonna be used. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the it inserts. Let's move this. We are gonna put the inserts in right now. Let's start this. Okay. So let's move everything on the side. We are gonna take the docks, the press insert, and the power supply for this. There. Okay. Let's do this. I need inserts. So we are going to put the inserts here. On this side. Okay. And just use this to, is it going to be okay? No, it's not. Okay, that's not going to be a problem. Okay, so inserts. There we go. 1 and 2. And I'm gonna try not to burn myself with this. That's gonna be long and painful, but should work. That's one side. Let's put the inserts on all of these. And then we're gonna be able to put the insert on the other one. So the reason I went with this mod is because the weight of the end head is basically at the front. So if we are not using magnets at the front, we may have problems when the shuttle is switching heads. So by using these magnets, we get rid of the problem. That's why I went with this. And I think that Danny didn't when he first made his build. Danny is Neoqua, and I think it's one of the mod that he's gonna be doing when upgrading his printer. And as I think, honestly, and that's just my opinion, but the end head is probably the toolhead that most of the builder are going to use. And I really think that this shouldn't even be a mod for this toolhead. Yeah, I don't think it should be a mod. I think it should be mandatory for this toolhead at least. Hi, Itzo. Okay, so we did these. Let me check. I think that there are others inserts. Yeah, at the back. So let's do these two. So we have it inserts on both sides. There. There. That's okay. One is completely done. The second one is going to be done soon enough. I have no idea how I printed the wrong one. I think because I went with the crossbar for the button, but I don't know. But that's not going to be a problem. I mean, that's an easy fix. And just plastic. Print and try again. So my thinking is install the docks, then wire every motors on the gantry. Well, wire everything on the gantry. So that means the motors, the X and Y motors, and the end stop, the relocated end stop. Wire the bed, and then do the electronics so that it's easy enough to do. And I won't have problem trying to flip the printer when it's fully done. I may have to flash the board before I may have to flash the board before I before I install everything, but that's gonna be okay. Let's put the insert for these two. So that's gonna be using a lot of inserts. Okay, let's put all the inserts. One, two. Yeah, there are like 6 inserts on each part here. One less to do. That's one. That's almost done. That's two. I think I may need the other solder iron for the longer parts. That's the third. Let's put the insert here and here. Just imagine if that takes time, the time it's gonna take to build all the tool heads. It's just gonna be insane. That's gonna be a long, long process. Let's move to this one. That's okay. And by the way, Betamix, the crossbar using the adapter is shifting a little, which is going to be helpful to install this. Otherwise, it would have been painful. If it's troublesome, I can always move the crossbar down and then put it back. I just have to remove a few printed parts from the door buffer, but that's easy to remove and put back in place. Okay, let's do the last two. By the way, these two are not easy to put. Yeah, these two are not easy to install. Especially if you don't want to burn yourself. There. There we go. I could use a bit of music, but it could be problematic to use music. I need to find, if anyone knows a music that can be played while on the live stream, I'd like to have the link. Okay, this is done too. I think that's the last one yet. Let's use this one. Okay. Is there anything else that need inserts? Yes. These. Yes, that's gonna work. So these are gonna use 2 inserts, one on each side. And the good thing is that the press is capable of doing this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's one. I have no clue how I'm gonna do the other one, but that's not gonna be like this. Okay, that's not gonna be a problem. We are going to use the other solder iron for the other side. That's 2. Three. That's 4. And we have 8 total. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. There. Number 7. And the last one. Okay. Do I need insert on anything else? No, no, yes, I do. So we are going to need the blue parts that goes inside. So this is the blue part that's here. And we need 1 insert on each. So let me grab all the blue parts. There are so many printed parts on this. I mean, so many. And I think I need 8 of these. Okay. I think I have everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I need one more. And here is the last one. Okay. So let's put the inserts. That's one. That's two. That's number 3. Okay. 3 more. And the last one. Okay, let me check if I missed something. I'm not gonna need any inserts on these. No, no, no. Just need to put the inserts on this one. I wonder if I can just... Oh shit, that froze. Okay. So that decided to froze once again. Let's try to fix it. I'm wondering if I can just move the solder iron a bit up so that I can use it to put the last inserts. We'll see. Can I move that up? No, I don't think it's gonna work. Especially if it's hot. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, no big deal. I'm just gonna use the other solder iron. So let's pour this off. Put it back there. Okay. And all we have to do is put these, and that's gonna be done. So let's take the other solder iron. Okay. Is there any parts that I can use? Yes, I'm gonna use this. Did it work? Yes, it's working again. Yep, that's one. That's not the best tip, but it works. Yep. I think I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay. That's not the correct way to do this, but do as I say, not as I do. Just trying to finish this quickly. How is the printer doing? Where was I? Okay, so the last two. And the last one. There, that's done. Let's unplug this, put it somewhere safe. Okay. Okay, so let's clean this up and we may be able to build the ducks now. Okay, so let's move to here. We will install the magnets one by one. Okay, so let's move all of these two. Okay. So we are going to use one of the tool heads to make sure that all the magnets are in the same orientation. So for this, I'm gonna need the magnets. And I need to remember what magnets I should use. Because I have these that I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use these. These magnets, I'm going to need these. Not going to use this. this little spring steel I'm gonna use, and that's it. Okay. So let's build one duck. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. 2 of these. We need to have the opposite ones. These 2 are the same ones. That's also the same. That's the opposite one. Yep, perfect. Okay. So these are the parts that I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need something else too. Spring, yes. Magnets, yes. Disc, yes. And I need 2 of these. Just need to make sure that I have the correct ones. Are these the same? I have no clue. I don't know if these are the same ones. Are these all the same? I have no clue on this. It should be the same. Yes, these are the same. Okay, so all I need is 2 of these. And I'm all set for this. Okay. So let's move back to my magnets. And that's not what I need. Model dock of view. And the assembly. That's not. No, 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 yes. Okay. M3 by 8. So first of all, we are gonna use M3 by 8 ball screws. That's these. Okay, so 2 of these are gonna be used to lock the spring steel in place. Let's move all of this. Okay. We need the spring steel. Oh, that's nice. Got 2. Spring steel is going this way with the screws. Ah, it froze again. I don't know why it's freezing all the time. Let me check. Property. That's not the right one. Okay, now it's unfreeze. So as I was saying, we are gonna need these 2 screws to hold that in place. The spring steel is going there. And that's it. Okay, so that's the spring steel. That's one thing. Then let's install these magnets. For this, I'm gonna need some glue. Where is my glue? Let me grab the glue stick. So as I was saying, I'm gonna use all the magnets for the build in the exact same orientation. Why is this not the same length? Let me check something. Let me check something. Okay, so that's correct. There is something wrong here. Do the springs still are the exact same? Yeah. So if the springs are the same, why my first one is correct and my second one is not? Okay. I don't know why. I have no clue. That's something that we can fix later, if there is a need for this. It should be good. Why? Why and why is this one longer? Why is it longer than the other one? Because that's going to be a problem later. Okay, now that should be the same. And if it's not, we can always check later. Okay. So, to make sure that all the magnets are in the same orientation, all I need to do is make sure that everything is correct. That's going to be this way. Let's put drop of glue here. Double check. Yeah. Now we push with something that is not magnetic. Okay. That's done. Perfect. Let's keep the magnet somewhere. Okay, so that part is done. Now we need to put some magnets here also. So for these magnets, we are going to use the magnet with a hole inside. So we're going to need 2 of these. And with these, we need some screws. So LDO provides everything that you need for this. Let me check what screw I need. These. I need these screws. and I need this. So let's put the magnet in place. That's one. Let's put the second one. Okay, on a flat surface. And we are just gonna secure everything with a screw. There, one, and the second one. There we go. Those two magnets are in place. Then let's go back to where we were. So that's done. So as I said, we are going to be adjusting everything later. We are not using any cup, so that's not going to be useful. The end head base, we already did this. Okay, so that's in place. Then frame standard with crossbar. Did I miss something? Did I miss to install this? Okay, that's not gonna be doable because I don't have the correct part for this. Or do I? Or do I? Yes, I do. But do we use this? Yes, I forgot to install these. I forgot to install these. So we are gonna install these right now. The bottom part, that's done. That's attached to two parts. Okay, so that's not gonna be doable now. The bottom one, yeah, okay. So just need to install these. I forgot to install these heat inserts. There are too many heat inserts. Too many. Okay. Let's plug that back in. Should be fast enough. Okay, let's take those parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Jeff, those are the wrong one that I printed. So that's in the bin. Okay, let's take this back. Some more heat inserts. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay, 1, 2. That's 1. That's number 2. That's the 3rd one. Yep. And last one. So I think that for next week, I'm probably gonna install the inserts on all the tool heads except one, so that we can gain some time. Okay, that's done. Hi, Nemi. I was once again saying that I'm using one of your mods, which is the front magnet mod that you made. And let's go back to where I was. That's okay. That's okay. That's not going to be possible because I printed the wrong one. But while I'm here, let's start the print itself. Print. But we can install the bottom ones. So that's going to be M3 by 16. So M3 by 16. Do I have these around? What's this? Tool, duck and kits. M3 by 16. Let's find these. Nemi, could you tell me the screws I need to use for the duck, please? While I'm here, that's gonna be easier if you can find it. M3 by 16, M3, M3, M3. M3 by 16. Where are the M3 by 16? Here. Let's use these. M3 by 16. So, this is going to be used like this. So M3 by 16 like this. That's one. That's the second one. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to tighten anything because I need the top part to align everything. But that's not going to be a problem. Or can I? Yeah, I cannot tighten anything here. Then I need to find the screws that I should use for the magnets, the front magnets. So that's going to be going this way. M3 by 16, thank you. Thank you. And that's ball screws, right? For the magnets. Let me check. I know that these are somewhere. I haven't seen these. I've got M3 by 14. Why are these? Okay. Why cannot find? I can't find these. No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Why do I have M3 by 14? Okay, but you know what? Let me check what I used. I should have everything with it. So I just need to remove one. Oh, probably because I used mine. That's why. Okay, so M3 by 16. M3 by 16. That's here. We may be able to use the M3 by 14 provided by LDO. Let me check. I think we can use these because these are the two ones that came with the kit, and I think that we can use it. M3 by 14 may work. Let's try this. Yep, that works. Yes, it works. It does work. Perfect. So the LDO kits come with M3 by 14 for these. If you want to edit your GitHub on this, Nemi, the LDO kit does provide everything needed for your mod, but they use M3 by 14 and not 16 here. But that's working great. Okay. Then let's move to this. Okay, dock assembly. We are gonna use M3 by 20. Yeah, I love this. M3 by 20 or M3 by 30. Let's check what's gonna be used. You think for the fans, you know what? I don't think so, but let me. Why would we use M3 by 14 on the fan? Oh, you know what? You may be right on this. Let me check. You know what? Let's take 5 minutes and check this. That's something we can check also on Nemi's. Nemi. That's gonna be. Yeah, I must have the link somewhere. Nemi. Yeah. Modular duck. No. Is it this one? No, that's not the right one. Nemi, you have too many mods. Too many. Too many. Repository. Guides. Unted. That's what I want. You are right. Yep. We are using M3 by 14 here. So that's not going to be good for me. Okay. You are correct, Jeff. So let's remove these. We are going to use it somewhere else. And we're just going to be using M3 by 16 that I have plenty of. That's one. And that's the second one. Okay, so that's fixed. That's fixed. And let's go back to this. So I was saying M3 by 20. Will it work? I have no clue. I don't remember. So we're gonna try. Should be 20 or 30. Let's check that. I got M3 by 20 here. Let's check that. Yeah, 20 is going to be working fine. Okay, so let's use M3 by 20. Okay, thank you. So M3 by 20, and I'm frozen once again. Let's try to fix this. Why is it frozen? Why is it freezing? I have no clue of why this is freezing. And now it's working. Okay. So M3 by 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Let's tighten everything. Okay, that's it. Then let's add that part with M3 by 22. So that's going to be going like this. We are using M3 by 20 again. I need something bigger. Is it the right one? No. Oh. Yeah, that's the right. There. That's one. And that's the second one. And now we can even align this. There we go. Let's go back. That's okay. We are gonna use screws here. Okay, M3 by 40 or 50. Okay, so what does it come with? 30, 25, M3 by 50 and 40. Well, we'll check. I think 30 should be, I think 40 should be good. These ones are gonna be too long. Or are these too long? Yeah, that may be too long. Let's use 40. 50? Okay, 50. Okay. So 50. Thank you. Yep. It's gonna be easier. 1 and 2. That froze again. I'm getting tired of this freezing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could also use the CAD, but I just don't want to overload the computer I'm using right now. Okay, so that's the bottom part. Where was I? And M3 by 10 to hold that in place. Okay. So this is M3 and M3 by 10. Let's find the M3 by 10s here. Okay, so this needs to be put in place lightly to be adjusted after. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Okay, so just slightly putting these. For now, all I'm gonna do is making sure that's flat. And we'll be able to adjust later. Okay. What I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for this, because I need the top part to be able to install. Yeah, So what we're going to do is we are going to install the T-nuts. Yeah, we are going to install the T-nuts. Do we? No. No. We are not gonna install the T-nuts because, I mean, I'm just gonna put everything in the middle, slide it on the sides. So we are going to slide everything with the T-nuts. There is no use to put the T-nuts now. What I'm gonna do is, first of all, gonna check that everything's printing correctly. Which is the case. Okay. So I'm wondering what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna install all the magnets on these because I'm not gonna use screws from LDO kits, and we'll see from there. So I need 6 M3 by 16 gold head. That's 4 and 5, 6. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem with this. I'm gonna need magnets. Okay, so let me grab the kits. There we go. All the kits. So I need magnets. Magnets. Where are, oh. Was looking for something that was in my hand. Okay. Let's take the magnets. That's one. And that should be enough to place all the magnets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have enough magnets for everything. Do I have the screws for this? Okay, let me try this. We are gonna install all the magnets on these. So I need disc. Yes, this one. These magnets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. That's the correct one. Okay. How to gain time? Put all the magnets at the same time. Just one drop everywhere. Double check. Okay, that's correct. Okay, and let's push every magnet in place. That's correct. That's good. That's good too. That's good. And that's correct. So all the magnets are in place. That's okay. I'm gonna need some more screws. I'm gonna have the screws here. Got 2, so I need a few more screws for the magnets. There, everything is okay. So all of these 2 screws and 4 screws here, that's okay. And 52. And I have my 6 magnets. Okay. Let's do this. 1, 2. No. Yes, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one. Make sure that everything is correctly installed. There we go. And now we can use the little screws inside. So what I'm thinking is that before next stream, I'm gonna build the docks, because it's gonna be the exact same thing. I mean, I just built one. So what do you guys think? Because I think it's just taking time. So if I can build all the docks and install the docks next week, because I won't have the printed part ready now, so that's going to be a problem. But what do you guys think about this? Assembling the docks before next week so that we can place all the docks on the printer at the start of next week's stream. Honestly, I'd like to know if there is a point on assembling all the docks live, or because I mean I just did one and it's exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna assemble all the docks offline so that we can start with the mounting the docks directly. Should have printed just one for now and start the print for the others, just to make sure that I could put one inside the printer. But that's gonna be okay. Yeah, thank you guys for the answer. What about the build order? meaning that next week I'm gonna put the docs on the printer, and I was wondering about doing the electronic then before doing the toolheads. I mean, it's gonna be a pain to just flip the printer if the toolheads are done already. That's why I was thinking about doing the printer first, doing the electronic first. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna stop here for tonight. So that's what I did. That's how it's supposed to be, except that this part is not the correct one. And the shuttle is on the printer, so that's at least that's done. And I was saying that I wonder if, yeah, I wonder if I should. You would do electronic first, huh? I mean, seems pretty logical. So adding the docs first, because that's not gonna be heavy, and doing the electronics so that I can, yeah, doing the electronics so that I just can have the two cables that should be going to the back of the printer, should be to the fanny pack, should be enough. But that means, yeah, that means that I should probably add an USB port or SD card reader on one of the skirts. Yeah, I'm gonna add an SD card reader on one of the skirts so that it can be easily accessed. It's gonna be way easier than this. So let me, for those that don't know the mod I've been using, this is the part that Nemi modified to go with the dock. Basically, there is room for magnets either at the top or at the bottom. Well, I'm using the top ones, but that's really smart. That's really smart. And for those of you that are going to be using the LDO kits, the LDO kits come with fans that are the correct one for most of the toolheads now. It also comes with the tap PCB, LEDs, and pretty much all you need, because it also comes with Nighthawk 36. I mean, the kit itself is really well done. It's really well done. You get everything you need for this. Well, so as I said, I'm gonna stop here for tonight. Thank you, Jeff, for being here and answering every question I had. I'll see you guys next week, and well, next week then we install the docs and we do the electronic. The electronic should be quite fast because it's an LDO kit, so that should be quite fast. See you next week and have a good weekend.